Welcome to Frankfurt in Germany. I've actually just arrived in from Parma on the Lufthansa 747, which means I have a pretty tight connection to catch, as we like to call it, over customs was very busy. To join me on this trip from here in Frankfurt across to London, welcome to Bradley Penny Aviation. Frankfurt Airport's Terminal 1 was opened in 1972 and serves over 60 million passengers a year. As I mentioned in the intro, we're connecting through Frankfurt today, so no check-in experience. Let's take a look around the duty-free shop they have here. It has a range of well-known fragrances and cosmetic brands. The airport possesses a very modern design throughout, and some open areas in the central parts of the terminal, as well as many different German car displays. Overall, the terminal did have a good selection of shops and restaurants throughout, if you're not on a budget, that is. However, the terminal is currently going under very heavy maintenance and doesn't look particularly great in some areas, with some quite low and exposed ceilings. Also, as of many airports that I do pass through, you have to walk miles to get where you want to go. Let's head through the German immigration area and into the departure gates. The airport had plenty of seating for departing and arriving passengers, but did lack USB connectivity, which is really a travel necessity nowadays. However, to keep younger passengers occupied, I found a very clever play area, which of course isn't meant for someone of my age. Let's head upstairs and grab something to eat. This is probably the best McDonald's any AvGeek could possibly ask for, with an incredible apron and runway view. So we sat down with our naughty Big Mac and enjoyed the wonderful views. Personally, Frankfurt Airport isn't the best in my opinion, particularly in the gate areas where there are some quite low ceilings in some areas, but had a decent selection of items to purchase throughout. Let's take a look at some of the apron views you can get, especially from that McDonald's upstairs. Announced our gate. Let's go and head towards it and fly to London on the Lufthansa A320 Neo. Enjoy the views as we make our way to the gate. Unfortunately, today an aircraft change has occurred, and today we'll be on one of Lufthansa's original A320s other than a Neo, which is quite disappointing. However, at least we'll be on one of Lufthansa's newer livery aircraft. Let's get on board. Boarding today was really left in a shambles. Nobody really knew where they were going due to poor signage and lack of communication. Our aircraft today is a 2-year-old Airbus A320 in Lufthansa's new livery and is registered Delta Alpha India Whiskey Kilo. Enjoy the departure. Lufthansa is the German national carrier and was established in 1926 as Deutsche Lufthansa. In my opinion, and from my own experiences with the airline, they offer a very consistent and competitive product. Lufthansa has a vast route network, but mainly fly on the Airbus A320 family of aircraft throughout Europe. Frankfurt to London is a very high demand route, mainly serving business travellers, with 11 daily flights with multiple airlines, which of course meant today's flight was quite a busy one, so I of course apologise for any background noise. Fortunately though, the views were stunning today, as the sun danced off the clouds, which was incredible to see. But back to the flight, let's check out Lufthansa's onboard experience. We've now reached our cruising altitude. Let's take a look around what you can expect on board the Lufthansa A320. The Lufthansa Airbus A320 is laid out in a 6 abreast configuration, with 3 seats either side of the aisle. This aircraft was fitted with the mood lights, which do look very nice. Overall, the cabin has a modern touch and looks great. The toilets were pleasant and contained the hygienic seat covers, which were appreciated, and also a baby changing table. The Lufthansa Airbus A320 is very clean and welcoming, with a very modern design running throughout the aircraft. But what can you expect to see in the seat area? Let's take a look around. Welcome to the seat area on board. At the top of the seat, you'll find the all-important A320 safety card and the Inflight magazine. Below that, however, you'll see that the area at the bottom is exposed, so I wouldn't recommend putting any items in there. The tray table I found to be one of the best in the skies, with 2 cup holders and an indentation to put a device, and was adjustable for smaller passengers or children. Below that, you'll find a handy netted storage area. The legroom was quite frankly excellent on today's flight. I had no trouble getting comfortable. The seat also offers USB connectivity to keep your devices charged. In the panel above your head, you'll find some individual air vents and reading lights. As no food services were provided, bottles of water were kindly handed out by the crew, which was very refreshing after a long day of travel. We've now commenced our descent down into Heathrow. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video for my final thoughts on today's trip, but for now, enjoy our shots as we arrive over London. A big mention goes to CD Aviation for catching our arrival into Heathrow. Thank you. Links can be found in the description below. Welcome to Heathrow's Terminal 2 after the flight of Lufthansa. A big thank you goes to the crew and for the pilots for allowing me inside the cockpit to take a look around. I also appreciate our gift from Lufthansa. The chocolate was very nice indeed. After a lot more walking, I welcome you to Heathrow. Heathrow Airport itself is massive and the staff are great, as they allowed me to get a picture inside one of the transport carts. Let's head through and collect our baggage. Be prepared for my final thoughts at the end of the video. Of course, then we had to go through immigration and get our COVID documentation checked before we were allowed to then go and collect our bags. Personally, I find that Terminal 2 looks great with some very interesting artwork. So welcome to London Heathrow's Terminal 2 after that flight of Lufthansa. Well, starting things off then at Frankfurt Airport, it's not the best airport to be connecting through, with low ceilings particularly at the gate areas. The flight itself was great, the crew had a great presence in the cabin throughout the duration of the flight, and in general were very friendly. As mentioned in my previous review, I would definitely consider flying Lufthansa again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this review. If you happen to enjoy it or if you learned something from it, please be sure to leave a like, comment what you thought of it down below, and of course subscribe for future content just like this. That's all from me today. Take care and stay safe.